When a window closes, you better start searching hard, because a door opens somewhere else. This is exactly what I did when something unexpected happened to my Michelin-starred restaurant. The video, in which I critiqued my own restaurant, went above 800,000 views. Huge thanks for that. However, a lot has changed since then. The chef, Adam, who helped us earn our star, has left to pursue new challenges. I wish him luck and success. So what should I do then? Lay down and cry? No way. Boxing gloves on, we go another round. Meet Chef Levente Koppány. Learn the ropes in the yet-to-be 3-star Ledbury and pied à terre. In 2019, he won the European finals of the San Pellegrino Young Chef competition and made it into the top 10 in the world finals. I tried his dishes before, then tried them again, and I felt I would like to work with him. Besides logic, I am a man of feelings, and I had a good feeling about this. It seems like he felt the same, because he's the new chef of 42 since last summer. And with him, a new chapter has begun. My ideas and views are constantly evolving, because as you know, I travel a lot. I'm getting to know super talented, humble, and amazing people every day. And through that, I started to see things more clearly, especially in my restaurant. We keep learning every day, so I came up with an idea. Why not do it together? I always travel anyway, and there is so much to see in the world. We have the chance to meet and be inspired by the best in the business. Let's bring that inspiration home. By the time you are watching this, we have been to about a dozen countries. These travels will show up on the plates in the first part of our new menu. We offer one set menu, and of course there's a vegetarian option too. For the pairings, you can choose from 3 different options. One focused on Hungarian wines, one with international selections, and one that is fully non-alcoholic. To be honest, I already liked our non-alcoholic pairing before, but I wasn't completely satisfied with it yet. So we turned to someone for help. Recently, we had Aaron Jacobson from Zane visit us. In my opinion, he creates the best non-alcoholic pairings in the world. And of course, we want to learn from the best. And now I can say that our non-alcoholic pairing is where it needs to be. And maybe at this point, it's best if I shut up already and just show it to you. And here comes our welcome drink. But before I tell you what it is, let me brag a little. Our sommelier, Mátyás Székely, was honored with the Sommelier Award at the recent Michelin Gala. Our pairing kicks off with champagne. Since I have got some special connections, they gave me a Krug. But originally, it comes with a Sárhelyi Brut Reserve. I am curious to see how this pairing works with the menu. Here comes our first bite, hidden inside this beauty. One day, a message dropped into my mailer. It came from Alberto SSC. He was a designer at Tesla and SpaceX, saw the videos and reached out to me. We started to chat, and when it came to the utensils in the restaurant, I knew who to look for. As I said, I meet a lot of amazing people. Alberto is one of them. I have seen this several times before, but still, I always want to take a photo of it. If you want to do the same, I suggest you do it quickly, because it's gonna go away. And underneath is our amuse-bouche. This dish is meant to be a frame for our story. Marinated beetroot tart with fresh horseradish and rose hips. The beetroot comes from our own garden here in Esztergom. Besides the food, a symbol of home. A miniature replica of Esztergom's iconic basilica. This is where we started, and this is where we always come back. The globe, on the other hand, foreshadows what is waiting for us. A journey. I had a lot of good experiences on the French coastline, so it was obvious that we were gonna show something from there. This is a Gillard oyster, marinated in kombucha-based black tea and topped with sea herbs. The oyster is great. It's from France after all, so it should be. So the genius of this dish, obviously the ingredients, but because we source an amazing quality of black tea and we add some bergamot oil to it, you have like this childhood Earl Grey memory coming to life. You have seen me tasting this in a lot of restaurants. This is chawanmushi, a Japanese steamed egg custard. And to go with this course is a Masume Okuden Kantsukuri sake. Of course, it's also Japanese. Do you remember Aaron, the stranger who I let cook for me? another beautiful person I met along the way. Well, Levente went all the way to Singapore to learn from her. If you're in Singapore, I strongly recommend visiting her restaurant. You won't regret it. I guarantee. Back to the plate. So what you see beside this Japanese delicacy is Wagyu. It doesn't come with a dish, but you're welcome to add it if you're in the mood. It's A5 Wagyu, and it comes straight from Japan. The animal was fed with miso for the last 9 months of its life. You can even throw them into the chawanmushi and mix it. Whatever you like. The next wine in the pairing is going to be a 2023 Albarino. If this little skewer reminds you of a pincho, that's not a coincidence. Because we are making a stop in Spain, and this is grilled pig ear. In Hungary, we gladly eat this part of the pig in different forms, so it's not new to me. But here it is a mixture of cultures from different Spanish regions. The ear is very slowly cooked, then grilled on wood fire as they do it in the northern regions. Then it gets on the plate with an Eastern Spanish classic, romesco sauce. This is basically similar to Ivar, but there is hazelnut, bread and almond mixed into the pepper puree. I was there next to the chef when the idea was born in San Sebastian, but I have never tried it before. So, the best word I can describe it, festive. The smoke, the smell, the spices, like I am at a carnival. The textures are super playful. Rich, intense pepper flavor, nice crunch and collagen, and pleasantly spicy. I dare to say that we have improved a lot in the opening courses. The flavors are so intense and so meaty because of the ear, and I was believing that the white wine is not working with it, but actually it's just, the wine works like a palate cleanser, to be honest. My relationship with Thailand was like Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I started with huge expectations, then it went sideways, then it grew on me, and it will stay with me forever. We had the chance to meet an amazing Thai master chef, Chef Ton. His restaurant was chosen as Asia's best restaurant in 2023. This was another opportunity for Levente to learn from one of the best. What he brought home is a true classic, curry. This charming creation is made of 12 ingredients. They are like the secrets of Dumbledore. You won't know about them until I die. And of course, a mango lassi also had to make an appearance. Made with fresh mango, coconut milk, lime and a splash of vodka. So what you see here is this curry, lobster, grapefruit and coconut. Thai flavors in every bite. I feel the teachings of Chef Ton, but also the clever little details of Levente. He created a beautiful dish, delicious, acidic, spicy. To me, this is the best so far. With this, we are done with the first act. And although we are allowed to travel, this is our home. That means the next chapter is going to be a more classical fine dining experience, in which we will show you some Hungarian traditions and some modern takes on those dishes. But enough talking, let's get into it. Bread and butter. This is a cornerstone for me. The bread is baked by our dear friends at Szakajtó Bakery, specifically for us. This is Levente's personal favorite bakery. You have two options to go with the bread. One is a lightly salted butter from Normandy. The other is olive oil with za'atar spice mix. Levi and the Middle East have some history. He has been cooking at the first UFC in Saudi Arabia. And he was there again this year at a big festival, where he cooked alongside other Michelin-starred chefs. That's where this spice comes from. And if we are already heading toward Hungarian cuisine, the wine has to follow. This one is Előtt Szijjártó's Brut Reserve. This wine was exclusively made for us. Levente have with the final touches, and only 200 bottles exist. The first big course today. Smoked sturgeon with kohlrabi, leek and champagne sauce. First of all, in my humble opinion, we improved a lot in plating. This is gorgeous. It also has a lot of ingredients. Moroccan lemon, pickled white garlic crop, kohlrabi pearls, leek mayo and gel made with dashi. This is one of my favorites from Levente. The smokiness, the dashi, the vibrant acidity all come together beautifully. And I love the plating as well. Honestly, this might be the best thing we have ever had at 42. Let's get to the next one. This is a 2022 Tou Pinot Noir paired with poached white asparagus, morel mushrooms and aged mangalitsa ham. The asparagus is lightly poached in a white wine, apple cider and a tarragon mixture. The morel mushrooms are steamed on thyme and butter, and finally they are covered in a college-berry bacon ragu, whose base is a chicken jus. This dish has changed since the last time I tried it. The acidity is a bit less. It became more on the meaty side, so it's a really rich dish with some nice umami. Sounds very meaty, but don't worry, it also comes in a vegetarian version. But the ragu is very interesting. Basically, it is a very cheap and country-style thing. But Levi elevated it into a fine dining worthy sauce. Most of the time, the asparagus as a beautiful ingredient is in the highlight, and they just put next to the sabayon, something like that. Here, the asparagus is part of the dish, part of the concept. I really love the philosophy behind this one. I would enjoy a bit more freshness. Coming up, we have another beautiful creation paired with a 2018 Chardonnay from Etyek. This is a salmon that comes from our beautiful river, the Danube. It is poached at 45 degrees, served with zucchini slices, dill butter sauce and Osetra Prestige caviar, which of course comes from our dear friends at Caviari France. The caviar on top is also an optional extra. Just let us know and enjoy. The picture won't do justice to the sauce. You might see a very thick liquid, but it's light and delicate. Balanced flavors, a great dish overall. Sweetwater fish, it's not easy to manipulate in the kitchen, but here the textures and the technique are amazing. Do you know what else would be great? If you push the subscribe button, so you wouldn't miss our upcoming videos. Thank you. If you watch me for a while, you know that utensils are important to me. Well, we have laid great effort into them to put the best pieces on the table. We are constantly looking for new and better plates, knives, bowls and so on. I can confidently say that our utensils are world class. It's time for the main course. This is pigeon breast with chicory, blueberry and pearl onions filled with pigeon tite. Paired with a wine from Heiman és Fiai, made from Hungarian grape variety called Kékfrankos. The rich, red liquid you see covering it is a Bordeaux-style sauce. The pigeon is dry-aged. You can taste it in the very first bite. The tites of the pigeon are confited and then filled into the pearl onions. The meat and jus are perfect. Good job on that. Really. Super intense and delicious. Totally my kind of dish. My only critique would be the plating. For me, it's not quite there yet. But Levante has since changed the plating. To me, it looks way more polished now, much cleaner. A small spoon arrives, and that means we have arrived at the dessert section. We start out with a palate cleanser, of course, which in this case is a namelaka with yuzu and strawberry. This is a Japanese cream, and its name literally means extra creamy. And guess what? It is indeed extra creamy. Beautiful flavors with real fresh spring vibes. Getting to the main dessert, I get a classic Somorodi from Kikelet Winery, the kind of Asszuk wine Hungary is famous for. Our dessert is a pavlova with zabaione. Zabaione is originally a classic Italian dessert made with egg yolk and marsala wine. In our version, we prepare it with champagne. It is served with whipped cream, rhubarb gel and poached rhubarb. This dish was created by our pastry chef, Kristina Vágó. I think it's a common struggle to build a good team. Last year I had some luck, or maybe the universe was finally listening to me. We are fortunate to have her. She worked with Massimo Bottura, speaks 3 languages, and creates dishes like this. Yeah, this is a dessert I'm more than okay with. Bloody good. This dessert is something I'm super proud of. We close the menu with the petit fours. We had amaretti, queen's cheese, Ischler with currant jam, and petit choux. And since this is a closing chord, I don't want to ruin it completely. But please don't forget to message me on Instagram about your experience here, because I'm really curious what you think about it. So this is us now. First of all, I'm so happy to have this passionate team. They are young and full of dedication to learning and improving. And that shows on the plates and in the whole restaurant. I'm proud of them. Secondly, I know by now that nothing will ever be perfect, especially if it is mine and I have to judge it. I see some small things that need to be polished, but I also see the improvement we made in the past year. I am quite confident what we are doing now. I love our new concept. I think this is a really strong one-star. And we are hungry for more. And that does it for this episode. Thank you for joining me. If you like this episode, hit subscribe. And most importantly, come to 42. See you next time.
You can call me stupid. Yes, you can call me sheep.